Well, everybody, we've got a great game for you today from Arlington Heights High School. It's the Grapevine Mustangs and Arlington Heights Jackets in a matchup of two teams at the top of their respective districts. Coming down the home stretch of the regular season, I'm Josh Warden alongside my broadcast partner, Jeff Knipper. Jeff, should be a really good matchup today of two teams that are looking to make a long postseason run.
Yeah, definitely. This is something we've been looking forward to. When I started looking at Arlington's record, this is probably going to be the Mustangs' one of the best tests of the season. We know the Jackets have 6 kids moving on to college ball next year, including tonight's starting pitcher, Mitchell Carpenter, who is a big, tall right-hander that brings it low 90s. I was watching him in the bullpen, and the ball really comes out of his hand easy with a lot of velocity. So the Mustang hitters are going to get a good test tonight before they get the playoffs started next week. And I'm glad to have you with us, Josh. I know you broadcast for Oregon State. You've also done Rough Rider games. So we've, again, got a pro out here. Trey and I are amateurs at this. So we're glad to have a professional with us tonight.
Well, I'm pleased to be with you. You know the players and the teams better than I do, so we'll make a good pair of you'll bring the expertise and the background on these players, and I'm glad to be here to watch some good high school baseball here from Texas.
Yeah, we're going to see a little bit different lineup tonight from the Mustangs, at least out in the field defensively. Luke is going to be in the DH role tonight. He is normally our starting left fielder, and I suspect that's because he'll start the second game on the mound. We are playing a doubleheader out here in we're in Fort Worth playing Arlington Heights.
The first game of the doubleheader is underway with a called strike, and we are into the game one, 5:04 p.m. for first pitch. Nice day for baseball, just partly cloudy, and emphasis on partly, not too many clouds right now. Second pitch is fouled away, and it's 0-2 on Luke Esquivel.
A little steamy out here today. I mentioned I played golf earlier and had to go home for a shower between golf and baseball because it's a good day to work up a sweat.
I don't blame you. 80 degrees. The 0-2 pitch is a little pop fly beyond the shortstop. It lands in for a base hit, and Esquivel takes a turn around first. It's misplayed for a moment by Bryson Tenorio, the left fielder, but he holds Esquivel to a base hit and a leadoff single for Grapevine on an 0-2 pitch, and Esquivel, the .425 hitter, turns it into a base hit.
Yeah, he kind of got fisted there and just kind of fought it off into left field and placed it well just beyond the shortstop's reach out there.
So Esquivel at first base. Mitchell Carpenter pitching from the stretch. The right-hander now facing Zach Goldstein, another left-hand batter for Grapevine. 23-2 record, 11-1 in district. Both of these teams with the same district record, obviously in different districts, but they're both 11-1 in district games.
I mentioned a couple weeks ago we saw Zach's bat heat up down the stretch last year, and we've seen that happen a bit here lately also over the last 4 or 5 games.
Goldstein takes a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. With a runner at first for Grapevine here in the top of the first inning, front half of a doubleheader from Arlington Heights. A pickoff move over to first, and Esquivel gets back. Yesterday's game postponed to today, would have played in Grapevine, but now we got the turf field and no rain, so it's the best of both worlds. Carpenter into the stretch and a bunt attempt fouled back by Goldstein, and it's strike 2.
Yeah, the Mustangs will try and scratch and claw for a run here early. Looks like it's going to be a pretty tough day at the plate, at least with the starting pitcher for the Jackets.
Carpenter takes a peek over at Esquivel as he comes set with his back to the runner at first base. His chest towards third. He comes home and fires high and in and evens the count back up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I mentioned it was steamy today, 80 degrees at first pitch. You're just into the 5 o'clock hour here from Arlington Heights High School, Thomas Ray Elliott Field. Carpenter set, and the right-hander deals in. A ground ball towards first, snared on a bounce by the first baseman, goes to second, needs a tag, doesn't get it. Good play by the first baseman to get the out.
Yeah, he was holding the runner right there. Zach turned on it down the line, but that was right at that first baseman. Kind of lucky to not turn two right there. Fortunately, Luke's got good wheels and got into second.
Caleb Eager, the first baseman who trapped it and made the play. So one out here in the top of the first inning. Runner at second for Grapevine. Jarrett Boswell, the hitter, third consecutive left-handed batter at the top of the order. Takes a big hack. Comes up empty for strike one.
Last I saw, Jarrett was hitting over 350 on the season and has been a really good run producer. And in the cleanup hole, we know Lolly's been on a tear.
The 0-1 pitch to Goldstein, popped up over the netting on the left side, and it's 0-2.
Almost got a car coming down the road over there.
Got to watch out. No balls and 2 strikes. Same count that Luke Esquivel got a base hit on to open up this game. He's now at second base with 1 away. The 0-2 pitch is fouled off the leg of Boswell into fair territory, but it is a foul ball, and the count will remain 0-2.
I'm looking at the outfield positioning. They're playing really shallow in left and center, and Jarrett's got good power. I feel like the wind actually, well, he's backing up now a little bit in center, but I feel like the wind should help the ball. At least ball's hit to right center.
And it's kind of blowing left to right and maybe a bit out towards right. A soft wind, but it would help. No balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch is in the dirt, skips off the umpire and rolls behind the plate. That will give 90 feet to Luke Esquivel on a wild pitch. And now the go-ahead run at third base.
Good spot right here for Jarrett to drive in a run. He's a good contact hitter, and they're going to play, looks like, in on the corners and back in the middle. So actually they're going to stay back at first base. So a ball on the ground or to the outfield should score that run.
Here's the 2-strike pitch, a swing and a miss in the dirt. It will be a drop third strike. They throw home, and Esquivel stays, or throw to first. Esquivel stays at third base. And it's a strikeout of Jarrett Boswell, 2 down, and this will be up to Lale Esquivel to try to bring his brother home and get the go-ahead run in the top of the first inning.
Number 11, Lale Esquivel.
Yeah, it looked like some kind of hard slider right there. He got Jarrett swinging at down in the dirt.
First right-handed batter of the day, third baseman, younger brother Esquivel.
We know Lolly's hitting around 500 on the season, and a lot of those have been extra base hits. He's been the hottest hitter in the Metroplex for at least a month, as far as from what I've seen.
Awaits the first pitch from Carpenter from the stretch and hits the outside corner for strike one.
We got some insight from the announcer for the Jackets. The starting pitcher's actually had a few pro scouts out at a few games, so he's on their radar and definitely lighting up some radar guns.
Yeah. Some low 9s on the fastball. Hits that one at the bottom of the zone for strike 2. He gets ahead 0-2. He's done that 3 times of the first 4 batters. See if Mitchell Carpenter can get out of the top of the first inning without a run scored. Runner at third, 2 down. His pitch is to the backstop. Esquivel comes home. The catcher goes back to Carpenter, has the tag in time, and the inning is over. A 2-1 put out on what is not a wild pitch, and Luke Esquivel tagged out of the plate, and Grapevine goes scoreless in the top of the first.
He got a late break right there, and there's not much room behind the plate, so that made it a fairly easy play for the catcher. Are we going to break, or are we? It's up to you.
Can you hear music right now?
I don't. Now I do.
Get your hands in the
Center fielder number 6, Noah Castillo.
Bottom of the first inning here from Arlington Heights High School. No score in the first pitch of Benjamin Chen's day is a called strike to Noah Castillo after Grapevine threatened in the top of the first inning, but a runner tagged out at the plate, and so we are still scoreless. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball high and away to Castillo, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, those pass balls today are not going to be an automatic run. There's just not a whole lot of room here behind the plate and the backstop.
Chen stretches and hits the dirt on the third pitch of the at-bat. 2 balls and a strike to Noah Castillo. Good leadoff hitter for this Jackets club. A .447 average on the season. Gets on base over half the time at a .523 clip. Left-handed batter. At the back of the box, beginning the bottom of the first inning. The next pitch also in the dirt and skips off the chest plate of Gianni Corral.
We really didn't have time to set the game up, but I looked at Heights' record on the season, and they did play 2 common opponents. They played Richland and Hebron and beat both of those teams, just like the Mustangs did. So that's kind of the only similar opponents we've had all season.
Next pitch is popped up over the Grapevine dugout, and a foul ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
It's odd to be playing a non-district game this late in the season, and the only reason this is happening is because we're in a 7-team district. So we had a bye week, and our bye week just happened to fall at the end of the season.
Payoff pitch is over the left side. A foul ball off the netting. We'll do the 3-2 over again. Arlington Heights at 19-6 with 1 tie. Grapevine at a 23-2 record, the #1 team in the most recent 5A rankings in the state of Texas, number 4 overall, regardless of the class here in the Lone Star State. Chen's next pitch is again popped up on the left side, another foul ball. We'll keep it a 3-2 pitch once again.
Yeah, he's making Ben work right here. That's always a sign of a good leadoff hitter. Make them throw a lot of pitches, show your teammates what the starting pitcher has.
3 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff man. Chen comes set, and the right-hander pitches. A line drive over the middle infielders. It dunks in to straightaway center field for a base hit. Scooped up by Goldstein on 1 bounce, and it's a leadoff single for Noah Castillo.
The poll that had Grapevine ranked first in the state, I saw Arlington Heights at number 17. So they are in the top 20 in the state.
So the bottom of the first inning begins the same way the top of the first did. A leadoff single. We'll see if Arlington Heights can turn it into a run unlike Grapevine, which got Luke Esquivel around to third but was tagged out of the plate to end the top of the first inning. Still scoreless. Ben Chen faces Bryson Tenorio. Runner goes, bunt attempt shown, doesn't make contact. The throw to second, not in time, and dribbles away from Colin Park. And it's a stolen base for Castillo.
Gianni got rid of that ball pretty quick, but Colin was late getting to the bag. I don't know if we'd have had him or not, but we were definitely late getting to second base to take that throw.
There's not a delayed steal, but you're right, Park wasn't able to get there in time. The ball dribbled away, but not too far for Castillo to take an additional 90 feet, but still nobody out, and a runner at second base for Heights. The Jackets in position to strike first here in the bottom of the first inning. Chen's second pitch to Tenorio. It's at the low part of the zone for a strike.
Good pitch right there. Wouldn't be surprised to see him bunting here with nobody out and a runner on second base. He did square earlier. He might have just been trying to distract our catcher.
1 ball, 1 strike. Chen looking back at second base. He pitches, and a little popper over second base. Park running back. It lands in for a hit, picked up by Pettigrew. Gets it back in. This advances Castillo to third base. And no man's land in between Park and Boswell. It goes for a base, or Park and Pettigrew. It goes for a base hit.
Yeah, not hit hard, just hit in the right spot. The announcer for the Jackets gave us some information on Mitchell Carpenter. He said he's their Otani athlete at Arlington Heights. He's the team leader in home runs as well as his pitching accolades.
Mitchell Carpenter steps in, today's starting pitcher for the Jackets. 6'7", left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. A runner goes from first. The pickoff move from Cheney goes to second, gets the tag, and that's the first out of the inning. Getting Bryson Tenorio caught trying to swipe second base.
Good job right there by Ben, not to panic. Sometimes you get in that spot and you're not sure which way to go, but he made a good throw to Connor Ray at second base to get that first out.
You looked at Castillo first, the runner at third, and effectively looked him back to the bag, had the wherewithal to get back to second, make the out. A 1-4 put out on the caught stealing. First pitch to Carpenter, a hard hit ground ball right to the shortstop, snared by Connor Ray. He goes to first and gets the out. And Carpenter grimaces knowing he had good contact, but it's a ground out.
Yeah, the Mustangs had come up on the grass looking to cut that run down at third, and fortunately that ball was hit right at Connor because it was hit hard.
So after his first and third, nobody out. It's now just a runner at third and 2 down. No score in this ball game. First pitch fooled Caleb Eager, swings early, and it's 0-1.
A little bit of information on the hitter, Eager. He was first team All-State last year as a junior, and he's headed to Midland College to continue his baseball career.
One of the best in the state in RBIs in his career. Got a chance to tack on one more here. We'll need a 2-out base hit in order to do so. Runner at third, no score. The 0-1 pitch on the inner half. 2 strikes now on Eager, 1-2, pardon me.
Like a good straight changeup right there that had him off balance.
Chen comes set with his chest facing Castillo, the runner. His 2-strike pitch almost got Eager to chase, but he did hold back on a ball that was low and away.
Yeah, good spot right there, 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes to the first baseman, Eager. Right-handed hitter awaits the pitch, and here is the 2-strike pitch. A soft grounder to third. It's pulled in by Esquivel, goes across and gets the out, beating out Eager by a step, and Grapevine gets out of a jam. It was first and third, nobody out, and they do not allow a run in the first inning. Neither team scores in the first. We head on to the second inning.
Nice escape right there by the Mustangs.
Just can't get enough. Come on, let's go. Can't get enough. Start the show. Can't get enough. Yeah. Just can't get enough. Oh, 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 oh. Just can't get enough. Can't get enough. Can't get enough. Can't get enough. That's what I like. Can't get enough. Feeling fine. Can't get enough. That's what I like. Can't get enough. Feeling fine. Can't get enough. Just can't get enough. Can't get enough. No, 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 no. Just can't get enough. Come on, let's go. Can't get enough. Start the show. Can't get enough.
The third baseman, number 11. Let's go.
Well, 1 inning in the books from Arlington Heights High School. No score between the Jackets and the Mustangs. A top 20 matchup at the 5A level. First pitch of the second inning from Mitchell Carpenter is a ball to Lale Esquivel, who was at the plate to end the first inning. And his brother tagged out of the plate on what was almost a wild pitch, and so he comes up with a clean count, but now falls behind. Swing and a miss there. or even up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, good fastball up there around the letters that Lolly took a cut at, but came up empty.
1-1 offering, and it's away for ball 2. He had an 0-2 count in the inning, which I think was part of the reason why Luke came down the line from third, knowing there were 2 outs and an 0-2 count, took a risk on a ball that got behind home plate but was tagged out. Now his brother swings and fouls one back to the netting, and now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Lolly had a good cut right there, just fouled it straight back, but he was his timing was right on it.
Grapevine did well to get out of the bottom of the first inning with a 1st and 3rd nobody out situation, but a caught stealing and a couple ground balls. The 2-strike pitch pushes Lolly off the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Included a ground ball from Mitchell Carpenter in the inning. Now he's the pitcher. He misses low and away, the first walk of the day for either team. And it's on a full count situation to Esquivel. He leads off the inning with a free pass.
Yeah, that brings Gianni Corral to the plate, and Gianni's been swinging a hot bat also. I know he was nominated for Player of the Week last week. I don't know that he won it, but he was one of the athletes up for that award.
389 average for the catcher. Steps in from the right side to face Mitchell Carpenter. Runner goes on the first pitch, a hit and run and a foul ball. Straight back to the netting, and it's 0-1.
That's something we don't see a whole lot of Lolly is stealing bases. But, yeah, hit and run right there. Mustang's trying to make something happen, get those infielders moving around.
It was Esquivel's brother, Luke, who got aboard to lead off the first inning. Both Esquivels get a leadoff situation. Both get on. We'll see if Lolly can come around to score. The second pitch is a ground ball towards second base. Diving stop made by Reyes. Goes to second for the force out. Tremendous play by Adrian Reyes.
Yeah, he laid out for that play.
Yeah. Fielder's choice to get Esquivel at second base.
That was definitely a highlight-worthy play right there as the PA guy plays the ESPN Play of the Day theme.
Now batting number 9, Brady Boozer.
He had the short play at second. I think even if he had nobody on base, he probably would have been able to turn back and get the out at first. There was no throw for the double play, but tremendous play by Reyes going to his right to stop that ball before it got into right center field. So runner at first and 1 out, no score in the top of the second inning. Brady Boozer, the batter, left-handed hitter, takes a breaking ball at the knees for strike 1.
Brady's coming off a 2-hit game last week. Good to see his bat get going.
Corner infielders playing even with the bags. A little nubber toward short is picked up on one bounce by Hernandez. He makes the throw on the run, and it's in time to get Boozer. It does advance the runner, but it is the second out of the inning.
That was a nice play because Brady gets down the line well, and that ball was not hit hard. Sometimes those balls have some funny spin on it.
Colin Park.
So Colin Park, the batter, the second baseman, has a runner at second and 2 down. Neither team has scored yet in the top of the second inning. Carpenter looks back at second base, and his first pitch is a chopper towards the right side of the infield. Reyes grabs it in front of his face and makes the easy throw to first and gets the out after a leadoff walk. No hits for Grapevine in the second inning, and we are still scoreless.
To the bottom of the second we go.
In my arms, will you surrender your heart? Whoa, whoa. I give myself time and time, still I can't be sure what's on your mind until you surrender your heart. Do you feel at home in my arms? Do you wish for love on
On to the bottom of the second inning, no score from Arlington Heights High School. Aaron Dontata, the batter, to face Benjamin Chen. First pitch is low. And a 1-0 count to the designated hitter, right-handed batter for Arlington Heights. Chen comes set, and his second pitch of the inning is a ground ball left side. Grabbed on a bounce by Connor Ray. The shortstop goes across, and Dontata is retired 6-3.
Yeah, another solid play by Connor, what we've seen all season. He's made all the plays defensively.
The first time today we've seen the leadoff man retired. Bottom of the second inning, Grapevine had a leadoff single in the first, a leadoff walk in the second. Heights had a leadoff single in the first, but now a leadoff put out for the first time. The first pitch is swung on and missed by Adrian Tristan. It's an 0-1 count from Benjamin Chen. Two straight Adrians in the lineup. Adrian Reyes is on deck, the second baseman for Heights. Chen's 0-1 delivery is fouled back. He gets ahead, 0-2.
Nice play by Gianni right there to play it off the net.
Yeah.
I don't think that counts, but entertainment for the fans.
It's worth something. If it was in the Savannah Bananas, he'd be out, or at least the fans. I'm not sure if the catcher catches it off the netting, but if a fan catches it, that's an out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They're coming to Frisco. I'm going to try and go to the game.
Okay.
I think it's in September.
All right, I didn't know that. Chen's 0-2 pitch in the dirt at the Rough Ride at Riders Field.
I
Is that where
believe
they're
so.
playing? Okay.
Yeah.
Did not know that. I've not actually watched a full game. I've seen a couple clips here and there. Have you ever sat
That's all
down?
I've seen. I've just seen highlights.
They're starting to get on TV, like full games. I mean, obviously they've got the viral TikTok videos and so forth, but they signed a deal recently to get some of their games broadcast. I think it was in ESPN, actually. Two-strike pitch misses. It's 2-2.
They've definitely gotten a lot of following. That was a good pitch. Must have missed inside.
Chen looking to retire the first two batters of the inning. His 2-2 pitch is low and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I'm a little bit mixed on the Bananas as a whole. I get the intrigue, but also I'm just a lover of true baseball as it is, so I haven't really gotten into it. I don't know how you feel.
Well, I feel like it's the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Sure.
You know, that's the similarity I see, and
Yeah.
the Globetrotters have done a great job expanding basketball all around the world.
The 3-2 pitch in the dirt, and Tristan is able to work a walk off of Ben Chen. His first free pass that he's issued today. Runner at first, 1 out. In the bottom of the second inning, no score between the Jackets and the Mustangs. Adrian Reyes, the batter, second baseman, had made a diving stop last inning on a ground ball. A really great play to get a force out at second base. Reyes steps in with Adrian Tristan taking his lead from first. The slide step and a pitch up and in, ball 1.
Didn't have much of a lead at first base. They did try and, well, they did steal a base with the leadoff hitter, but haven't tried to run since then. Actually, they broke early and we got him at second.
Yeah.
But the leadoff hitter did steal a base.
A throw back to first, and Adrian Tristan does get back.
We know Gianni's one of the top defensive catchers in the state, so if they're going to steal a base, they better steal it off the pitcher because Gianni gets rid of the ball quick and usually makes an accurate throw to second base.
Chen's toss in there for his strike, and it's 1-1.
That runner kind of deked to second, but pulled up.
Chen looking into his battery mate. Gianni Corral takes a peek over at first as he's coming set. Looks over his shoulder once more and then turns the other way. And his 1-1 pitch taken a bit high, maybe a touch inside. It's 2-1. Both teams are in first place in their district in a non-district game here to close out in the regular season. A doubleheader today, this being the front half. Both teams 11-1 in district competition. Chen's 2-1 delivery coming after a long hold. And now he comes home, and a big cut and a foul tip into the glove of Corral at strike 2.
Yeah, good fastball right there by the Wolf. Jackets are towards the bottom of their lineup, so definitely want to make them swing the bat.
This is the 7-hole hitter, Adrian Reyes, second baseman at the plate. Have 2 strikes on him. Can Chen finish him off? 2-2 delivery is fouled over to the right side of the netting. Holds it in the field of play. Depending on the poll, you'll see both teams in the top 20 or 30. Max preps for what it's worth, as Heights at 33rd in 5A, as Grapevine first. Other ones have them both in the top 20. Grapevine 4th overall in Texas. Heights finishing 1 game ahead of at least all other finishers in their own district. Only 3 teams in their district had a winning record. It was a top-heavy region.
Boy, Ben didn't get the call there. I think that Mustang dugout wanted that strike 3 right there.
Runs the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Chen.
Is that a train whistle? I think it is.
Chen comes set for the payoff pitch with 1 out here in the second inning. Throws back to first. A good pickoff throw right to the bag, but not in time to get Adrian Tristan.
Yeah, you mentioned the records for both teams, and this game has no playoff implications, but it's a measuring stick for both teams to see what they've got. And going forward, they're going to see more teams like each other, this type of competition.
A partial swing, and it did clip off the bat of Tristan to keep the count at 3-2. Grapevine finishing a game and a half ahead of Colleyville to take another district title and head into postseason play on a good note. And I hope that only gets better depending on how they do today in this doubleheader. Chen comes set. The right-hander deals, and in the dirt, it's ball 4. Back-to-back walks, both on 3-2 pitches. And the pair of Adrians, that's Adrian Tristan and Adrian Reyes, both draw walks.
Yeah, Gianna's going to come out and talk to him and maybe try and settle him down a bit. But that hitter made him throw a lot of pitches right there. Fouled off a pitch or 2 with 2 strikes. Worked him for a walk.
8-pitch plate appearance for Adrian Reyes. It'll bring up Jaden Hernandez, the shortstop. Will be the next batter with runners at first and second for Arlington Heights. 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. The Jackets have threatened in both innings. They had back-to-back singles to open up the first inning, but did not score. They had runners at first and third, nobody out, and did not make anything of it. There was a caught stealing and 2 ground balls to the left side, both resulting in outs, and they went scoreless in the first. We'll see if the Jackets can do something different here in the second inning with 1 out. The first pitch is a strike to Hernandez, and it's 0-1. The turf infield and the natural grass outfield here at Arlington Heights from Thomas Ray Elliott Field handles the rain a little better than the natural surface at Grapevine yesterday, where we were expected to play 1 game of the 2 here this week. Now just playing them both here on this Friday. There's a ball low, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, the outfield looks dry. The outfield at Grapevine does tend to hold water sometimes. So it certainly made sense to move the games out here today.
1 ball, 1 strike from Chen. He's set. The right-hander looking back at second base. And he deals in. The pitch is hit hard to left center field. This will send Goldstein back and Boozer. It's Brady Boozer, the left fielder, who makes the catch. Runner tags from second, and the play at third is in time to get the out. An outfield assist from Brady Boozer, and the inning comes to an end on a 7-5 double play, and Grapevine gets out of it once again.
Yeah, really nice throw right there by Brady to pick up that third out, because that ball was deep. He threw a 1-hopper to Lolly, and Lolly put the tag on him. So they make the third out at third base.
Grapevine gets out of a jam again.
What are we listening to? What are we listening to? Mustang Baseball Live on Trade Day.
Oh, I didn't sign us off.
This is
start it off right. It's about to go down. Step into the spotlight. Show them what it's all about. Don't wanna think too much about it.
That's right, that's right.
Don't wanna go too long without it. I throw my hands up, raise them to the sky. We keep it rocking all the time. I throw my hands up, raise them to the sky. We leave them up there all night. I throw my hands up, raise them to the sky. We keep it rocking all the time. I throw my hands up, raise them to the sky. We leave them up there all night, all night. Follow my lead, baby. Yeah, I can show you the way. A little bass is all you need, babe. Let me show you how we play. Don't wanna think too much about.
We head on to the top of the third inning from Arlington Heights High School. Neither team has scored yet between the Jackets and the Grapevine Mustang. Grapevine to the plate, Jack Pettigrew to lead off. And the first pitch, an upstairs fastball, he chased it for strike one. 8-9-1 coming up this inning.
Yeah, Jack's a name that we haven't seen in the lineup a whole lot, especially in district play. But with Luke DHing today and Brady moving over to left, that gave Jack a spot to play right field.
Pettigrew takes a called strike, and it's 0-2.
We did see Jack have a double to the wall in the Richland series, so it's good to see his bat get a few more swings.
Right-handed hitter looking to lead off and represent the tying run on base. He takes a pitch at the knees, low outside corner, and Carpenter gets his second strikeout of the day. It's a backwards K for Mitchell Carpenter.
The shortstop, number 7, Connor Ray.
3 pitches in and out for the right-hander, headed to UT Tyler.
Yeah, a bit of a tough ask when you put a bat in the lineup that hadn't seen a whole lot of live pitching lately against this kid Carpenter.
Here's a line drive to the 9-hole hitter. This is well hit by Connor Ray. Gets all the way to the wall. Ray speeding around to second. He might get 3. He'll hold up for 2. Connor Ray in the first pitch attacks Carpenter. And Ray bashes one to the right field wall for a 1-out double.
You know, I didn't feel like he hit that pitch all that well, but that ball was halfway up the wall. I think the right field wall is a little shorter than left field. Left field's 330, but they've got an extended fence out there. My guess is it's probably in the 315 range.
So Connor Ray into scoring position for the Mustangs. 1 out in the top of the order now. Luke Esquivel swings at the first pitch and sends it skyward and over the netting on the left side for strike 1.
I believe Luke walked in his first at bat.
I had that little fister over the shortstop.
Oh, that's
single.
right.
Yep.
That's right. He did have that single.
Ended up getting tagged out at the plate in the first inning, which is why we still have not seen either team score yet today. He's taking all the way here, and a pitch inside for a ball. It's 1-1.
That was interesting. It didn't look like he was going to try and swing, even if it was a strike.
Yeah, kind of did the Randy Arozarena, almost stepped out early. Not quite moving away from the plate that much, but he definitely was not swinging.
I wonder if he was looking for a timeout and he didn't get it.
Maybe. Worked out to his favor, getting the ball. The 1-1 delivery is a swing and a foul back to the netting. Unless they did call that no pitch. They did not put a ball on the scoreboard.
Okay.
But I think it was in play, but maybe they had called time before the pitch. There are 2 strikes either way. 1 out and a runner at second for Grapevine. Mitchell Carpenter looking in for his sign from his battery mate A.J. Salinas. Comes set, takes a look back at second base. A second look and his pitch. Another swing and a foul ball from Luke Esquivel.
Yeah, good job battling that one off. He was definitely off stride, but just got a piece of it to stay alive.
After Connor Ray's double, Grapevine looking to take advantage. They've gotten a runner on, the leadoff man aboard the first couple innings. Didn't do that this frame, but a 1-out double still puts them in position to take the first lead of the game. Carpenter stepped off, now toes the slab once again. Long dialogue between him and Salinas for the side. He's not shaking off Salinas, but he doesn't seem to be in agreement with him either.
Yeah, they're not on the same page. I don't know if it has something to do with the runner at second base, but they definitely couldn't agree on a pitch.
Now they find some sort of workable solution. Looks back at second, and his 2-strike pitch inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the scoreboard shows 1 and 2. I believe it's 2 and 2, but it is possible that that ball earlier was not counted a pitch. I couldn't see the umpire's hands as he shows the count.
Can't always count on the scoreboard being right.
True. Here's another 2-strike pitch way outside. And we may find out in a moment if he throws another ball whether or not it's a 2-2 count or a 3-2 count.
Yeah, the umpire's not going to give us a hand signal.
Luke Esquivel at the plate, runner at second, 1 out in the 3rd inning. No score for either team. And now a balk is called. It did look like Carpenter was kind of rummaging around and shifted his back foot. And he is called for a balk, and that moves Connor Ray to 3rd base.
Nice to get that runner to 3rd base with only 1 out. So that's could be a costly balk if Luke can make him pay for it.
Outfield playing straight up, deepest and right of the 3 outfielders. We'll see if he can put one in play and bring home the go-ahead run. The 2-strike pitch is swung on and fouled to the left side. Keep it at 2 strikes.
Yeah, he's getting in on Luke's hands. He has got better velocity probably than we've seen, at least in the district season. I don't recall anyone throwing low 90s where Alexander's at.
Esquivel from the left side awaiting the 2-strike pitch. Here it comes, and it's in the dirt, skips away from the catcher. Ray came partway down the line and thought about trying to score. And that was ball 3, not ball 4, so now it is a full count to Esquivel.
Okay, that makes sense why Luke wasn't going to swing at that pitch.
Yeah. So from 0-2 to 3-2 in this at-bat for Esquivel, 1 out, full count. Carpenter's payoff pitch. It is swung on. Got a piece of it to stay alive. Fouled it back. We'll do it over again at 3-2.
Luke had a good cut at that high fastball. He was right on that one. He's gotten jammed a couple times, but he was right on it, just fouled it straight back.
Both teams have threatened. Both teams have gotten runners in scoring position. Grapevine has even gotten a runner to home plate, but tagged out there. Can they finally get a run? The 3-2 pitch to the backstop. Ray holds. A good decision. It is a walk. He would have been pegged out of the plate had he tried to come home. And it's a productive at-bat for Luke Esquivel to get himself aboard. And a runner advancing to 3rd during the plate appearance. Now it's up to Zach Goldstein to try to get the runner home with 1 out.
That backstop has already had a big impact on this game. Those are normally 2 runs that the Mustangs would pick up. Typically, the backstop, you're going to have at least another 5 to 10 feet, but that padding back there is almost like a springboard back to the catcher.
Very true. Came into play in the 1st inning when Luke Esquivel was tagged out at the dish trying to score with 2 outs and was tagged out by Carpenter, the pitcher. Neither team has scored. Now he's starting to go off and run. Esquivel timed it up. Now he'll get in a rundown, and the throw goes into center field. This will score the first run of the game. Carpenter airmailed it into center, and Connor Ray trots home for the game's first run.
Yeah, Luke broke way early there, just looking to draw a throw right there, and the Mustangs steal a run and don't even have to give up an out to do it.
Still only 1 out.
I think Luke was willing to give up an out if we can get that run across, but errant throw right there puts him in scoring position.
So 1-0 Grapevine. Now a pitch high to Zach Goldstein, and it's 1-0. Esquivel giving himself up, and Carpenter threw to second, threw high and into center field. And then scores Connor Ray, who had gotten aboard via his double. Now pickoff move again to second. He gets into center field, and now Esquivel will dig for 3rd. No throw. He's in there sliding head first.
He kind of had Luke leaning the wrong way. I'm glad that throw got away from the shortstop because he might have picked him right there. Luke was definitely leaning towards 3rd base.
So a pair of errors on the pitcher. Mitchell Carpenter back-to-back on somewhat identical plays, both throws to second base. One on a attempted caught stealing, the other on a pickoff, and both of them advanced the runner 90 feet, one of them scoring a run, and one of the game's only runs so far.
Mustangs applying a different type of pressure today. Lately, it's been our bats that have applied all the pressure, but today our base running has forced some errors by the Jackets.
Well, mound visit for Arlington Heights and Mitchell Carpenter. Their head coach Travis Rose, in his third year, has led the Jackets to a good season. Their next win will be their 20th on the year, just 6 losses so far this season. And they won their district, a pair of district champs going at it here today between the Grapevine Mustangs and the Arlington Heights Jackets. 1-0, the Mustangs lead it on the road here in Arlington Heights. Runner at third for the Mustangs, Zach Goldstein the batter, 1 ball, no strikes.
Jackets are going to play in on the corners, so going to try and cut that run down if it's on the infield.
Here's the pitch, it's high and away, 2-0.
Second base and shortstop are kind of halfway, so if they get a hard hit ball, they're probably going to come to the plate also.
2 balls, no strikes. Close stance from Goldstein, takes a big rip and fouls it back.
Yeah, he had a good cut right there, was right on it. Mustangs seemed to find their timing the second time through the lineup all of a sudden.
First batter to score is the 9-hole hitter for Grapevine, Connor Ray, with a 1-out double, results in the first run, and they are not done yet. Runner at third, 1 out. The 2-1 delivery is a little bit low and inside. Now a hitter's count for Zach Goldstein, 3 balls, 1 strike to the 301 hitter on the season. Grounded out in his first at-bat, unassisted, put out by the first baseman. Here's the 3-1 pitch, it's low and in. He draws a walk.
Yeah, Carpenter's having a bit of a control issue, and Zach's going to keep going to second.
Now they're going to get him in a rundown. The throw to the shortstop, looking back the runner at third, and now Esquivel back to third. Goldstein goes all the way back to first. Now they got him in a rundown between third and home. They'll throw to the catcher, and Salinas gets the tag, and Esquivel is out of the plate.
I guess Luke was in no man's land, but I felt like he could have got back to third right there because they kind of had us in a tight spot, and I didn't see it working out.
So on the walk, Goldstein gets to second on the play, but a tag out at the plate the second time today that Luke Esquivel has been tagged out at home. It's the second out of the inning. 1-0 Grapevine, runner at second base. Carpenter's set, now facing Jarrett Boswell, and his pitch is low.
That is an odd stat. It's rare that you'd be tagged out at home twice in one game.
In one game in the first 3 innings.
True, yeah, your first 2 at-bats.
That one a 1-4-5-2 put out, if I'm not mistaken. And Esquivel out. Salinas has gotten him on that one. It's actually Carpenter who tagged him out at the plate the first time. So he's tagged out at home by 2 different players 2 times in the first 3 innings. 1-0 Mustangs. Boswell the hitter. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. The wind picking up a little bit, kind of swirling around, but it's mostly been left to right across the field. Here's the pitch. A little bit early on the swing from Boswell. First strike of the at-bat, 2-1.
Yeah, that must have been a changeup right there because Jarrett was definitely out in front of it. That right fielder's backed up since Connor hit that ball off the wall.
Yeah. Here's the pitch in the dirt, skips to the backstop. This will allow Goldstein to scamper to third base. And now he's 1 wild pitch away from scoring. That is, if it isn't one of those springboards off the back padding, or a base hit could do the job for Grapevine, which does have 2 hits so far of the day, including that double from Connor Ray that you mentioned that scored so far the game's only run. Carpenter kicks, and his pitch is high and away for ball 3. Grapevine almost gave up the go-ahead run, in the or ball 4, I should say. There's a walk for Boswell. Lally Esquivel will come up next. Grapevine got an outfield assist last inning, put out at third base to get out of a jam and hold Arlington Heights off the board.
I expect Coach Webster to let Lolly swing here. He's by far been the Mustangs' hottest hitter. He's hitting around 500 on the season. I don't expect us to try and pull that first and third play. I think he's going to let Lolly try and drive that run in.
Esquivel sees the first pitch, takes a home run hack at it, does not make contact, but he was not cheated. Strike one.
He got his money's worth for sure.
The third baseman has not had a registered at-bat yet. He had a walk in his one plate appearance so far on a 3-2 pitch last inning. Here's the next pitch. He lines it to the right side, a foul ball, and it slices over the fence. Good distance on it from Esquivel. No balls and 2 strikes to Esquivel, who had the same count in the first inning. Did not get an at-bat in that case either. His brother tagged out while he was at the plate that ended the inning. So he came up with a fresh count in the next inning and was able to work a walk out of it, a leadoff walk last inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Esquivel almost swung. It's in the dirt. This will advance the runner to second base. Boswell picks up 90 feet on a wild pitch.
Yeah, good job by Jarrett right there. He broke when that ball got in the dirt. That was not a straight steal for sure.
Second wild pitch of the inning for Carpenter. It's been a rough inning for the right-hander. He's committed 2 errors, a balk, 2 wild pitches, and 1 run has come in. Here's a 1-2 pitch in the dirt again, and he will break. Goldstein coming in. He'll score without a throw. He comes in standing up. The ball did not skip off the padding like it has some of the time. Had some angle on it, so it didn't come right back to home plate. And that does score the second run. It's 2-0 Mustangs.
Yeah, good point. That ball had a different angle on it, and the catcher got no bounce off that wall.
So both runs coming in on miscues for Arlington Heights. The first run came in on an error on a throw to second on a caught stealing attempt from Carpenter, and then the second run comes in on a wild pitch. 2-0 Grapevine in the third inning. Both runs of the day coming in here in this half of the inning. The next pitch to Esquivel is outside.
You know, I can't help but wonder if Carpenter's overthrowing a bit. We know he's 7-0 on the season and shut down a lot of teams, but he hasn't seen a lineup like the Mustangs.
3-2 pitch fouled back. You make a good point. Especially once it starts to spiral down, it can just kind of snowball a bit.
Yeah, you try too hard.
He's trying to get out of it here. Strand a runner at third, keep it a 2-0 ball game. His pitch is popped up and foul, get out of play. Still 3-2 to Esquivel.
Good job by Lolly fighting off that high fastball. It's not the easiest thing to do to get on a fastball that's in the 90s above the belt like that.
It's the second time this inning that a batter has gone from 0-2 to 3-2. It's both Esquivel brothers that have done so. Luke was able to draw a walk out of it. Lolly takes a called strike in the lower outside corner, and the inning comes to an end. But 2 runs come home on 1 hit, 2 errors, and 1 left aboard for Grapevine. 2-0 Mustangs. You're listening to Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio. A.J. Salinas to lead off for Arlington Heights as we hit the bottom of the third inning. 2-0 Grapevine here in a road game for the Mustangs. Ben Chen still in the game, and his first pitch of the inning is fouled back by the 9-hole hitter, A.J. Salinas. Feels like it's been a long time for Salinas' first at-bat, but the catcher gets his first plate appearance here with 2 runs having scored for Grapevine in the top half of this third inning. A called strike, and it's 0-2 from Benjamin Chen. Chen has worked out of some trouble in the first couple of innings. The right-handed starting pitcher for Grapevine has scattered a couple hits and a couple of walks, is not allowed a run today through the first 2 innings. The righty handles an 0-2 pitch, misses low and away, and a breaking ball, 1-2.
Yeah, the Jackets had that first and third situation with nobody out, and Ben was able to strand those runners. Big escape right there. I believe that was in the first inning.
Yep. Chen works out of the stretch. His 2-strike pitch gets a late swing and a miss from Salinas, and he cuts down the 9-hole hitter. It's his first strikeout of the day for Benjamin Chen.
Now batting number 6, Noah.
So 1 out in the top of the order coming up now. Noah Castillo, the hitter, who singled back in the first inning and was eventually stranded at third base. Heights has not scored today. The Jackets had back-to-back hits in the first inning, back-to-back walks in the second inning, but have not turned it into any runs. First pitch to Castillo in the inner half for a strike.
Castillo has over 100 hits for the varsity squad in his high school career. That's a lot of hits. Most kids probably are going to only play three seasons at the varsity level, so that's a very lofty hit total for a career.
He's got one more today, singled to center field in the first inning on a 3-2 pitch. He fouled off 3 pitches with 2 strikes and turned it into one of those base hits over the century mark, like you mentioned. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Castillo. He swings and lofts it into center field. Playable for Goldstein. Waves his hands out to call for it and raises up the glove to make the catch.
I mentioned earlier the Jackets outfielders weren't playing deep, and the Mustangs outfielders don't seem to be playing deep either. Guess we're not expecting the ball to carry well to left or center.
2 outs and nobody on for Chen. He has not managed to get a 1-2-3 inning yet. This is the third inning. He's got a chance to do it here. Second hitter in the order, Bryson Tenorio, the batter. First pitch is low to Tenorio, the left fielder, 1-0.
Tenorio is another one of the Jackets headed to play college baseball. He's headed to Southwest Christian.
It's an NAIA program where Tenorio's going, ending .333 on the season. Takes a pitch in the turf, and it's now 2-0. Transferred in from Boswell. He's teammates with a lot of the guys when they played club ball together, and transferred in for his senior year to Arlington Heights. Right-handed hitter ahead 2 balls, no strikes from Chen. With the bases empty, his pitch is hit into left field, should be playable for Brady Boozer. Drifts back a step or 2, and he camps under, makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Benjamin Chen, his best inning of work so far. Right after Grapevine gets 2 runs on the board.
Yeah, good job by Ben to shut the Jackets down and sit on that 2-0 lead. You're watching Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio.
to the top. Ooh. Turn it up a notch. This is our house. Hey, get that W. What? Get that W. What? Get that W. Okay, okay. This is our house. Hey, get that W. What? Get that W. What? Get that W. Okay, this is our house.
Through 3 innings here from Arlington Heights High School, the Grapevine Mustangs with 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors, and the Arlington Heights Jackets no runs on 2 hits and 2 errors. First pitch of the 4th inning to Gianni Corral is a ball, and it's 1-0 from Mitchell Carpenter. The next pitch to Corral's in the dirt, skips away from A.J. Salinas, the catcher. 2-0 to Corral, 2-0 Grapevine Mustangs after a 2-run inning last frame.
Yeah, they scored those 2 runs on only 1 hit, so got a lot out of that 1 hit.
It was the best hit ball of the day, a double by Ray. Here's a line drive to right field, twisting around and making the catch. Jaden Lee had it pegged, had to shift his footwork a little bit to get under it, but he made the play for the leadoff out.
Yeah, that right field is definitely a short porch because that ball probably would have hit the base of the wall if the outfielder had not played it.
Right as he reached the shadows, the sun behind him, so not really too much of an issue for Lee as he made that catch, 1 away. That was where the double was hit last inning. It was with 1 out, nobody on. Same situation that Brady Boozer sees now. Left-handed batter swings, and he again lofts it to right field. Jaden Lee running towards the alleyway. He gives way to the center fielder, Castillo, and Castillo brings it in just shy of the wall in right center field to rob extra bases from Brady Boozer.
Yeah, nice play by Castillo there, but again, Brady caught that off the end of the bat, and that ball would have hit the base of the wall if the center fielder had not played it. So the ball is definitely carrying well to right, and that wall is definitely shorter than the left field fence.
Yeah. So 2 flyouts, well struck, but loud outs for Grapevine. They lead 2-0. An offensive timeout with Colin Park coming up next for the Mustangs.
Yeah, 2 quick outs right there. I'm sure Coach Webster just wants to give us a little bit more time in the dugout with 2 outs here. We don't want to turn the inning over that quick.
3 pitches and 2 outs for Mitchell Carpenter, who would be happy with a quick inning after a tough frame last time out. He walked 3 consecutive batters. He committed 2 errors. He had a balk and 3 wild pitches in the inning. Otherwise, he has looked pretty sharp, that inning notwithstanding. The 6'7" righty, as you mentioned, a 7-0 record on the year. He misses outside to Park, 1-0.
We got some intel that the starting pitcher may only go 3 innings, and I see Lolly warming up over there behind the Mustangs dugout. So we may see Lolly on the mound in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Called strike to make it 1-1. Benjamin Chen went the first 3 innings and got better as he went along at a 1-2-3 frame last innings. The next pitch is spiked by Carpenter for ball 2. So if that is it for Chen, a good start for him. 3 innings and no runs allowed for the right-hander.
Yeah, we'll see if that intel is accurate or not.
A big cut from Park, and he swings underneath it. Just tipped it into the glove of Salinas for strike 2. A foul tip. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on for Grapevine. Leading 2-0 over the Jackets. Carpenter's pitch is a chopper to stay alive. Does it stay fair? Carpenter picks it up in fair territory up the first baseline. A good play by the pitcher to field his position. Park wasn't sure if it'd be fair or foul and didn't run all the way down, at least not initially. And it's a ground out 1-3 to end the inning.
Yeah, quick inning right there. Colin wasn't sure if that ball was going to be foul or not. So Mustangs still hold on to that 2-0 lead headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching Mustang Baseball live on Tradio.
Depend on me, it's guaranteed I take the lead. I'm so clutch. Don't doubt me again. First I get the win, then I do my dance. Do it, get it, finish, win it. I'm so clutch. For the fans, we fighting for the win. And if we came to fight, then we gon' fight this till the end. Pushing through the grit and grind. You see we so inclined to make winning look so easy, like we do this all the time. We hit the biggest stage, victory parades.
Why you riding pine? Cause on the bench is where you stay. Couldn't tame me with a cage. Beast mode is engaged. You know I gotta shine, cause it's my time, I got it made. And the people say that I lead the way, never lead astray. Handling this, I got championships in my DNA. Feel the rush, it's a must. Come call me if you need the job done. I'm so clutch. I see that clock is ticking, it don't matter, I'm gon' win it. Better watch it to the finish. I'm so clutch. You know I'm out your league. Can't you see, depend on me, it's guaranteed I take the lead. I'm so clutch. Don't doubt me again. First I get the win, then I do my thing. Do it, get it, finish, win it. I'm so clutch. I'm not expected to win. They don't see behind the lens. Ready to defend my honor, my pride rocks. It's a corner matata. I'm always ready for battle. Head never hits the floor. Looking up, never looking down. Wait till you hear me roar. We ain't even in the same league.
Mitchell Carpenter.
So we head on to the bottom of the fourth inning from Thomas Ray Elliott Field. The Grapevine Mustangs 2 and the Arlington Heights Jackets nothing. In a home game for the Jackets, new pitcher coming in for Grapevine to replace Benjamin Chen. It is Lolly Esquivel who comes in. Esquivel, who has already been at the plate a couple of times, walked and struck out, and now pitching for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Colin Park slides over to third base. Will Newton comes in to play second base where Colin was.
First batter that Esquivel's facing is Heights' pitcher, Mitchell Carpenter, who takes a ball. Second pitch is low, 2-0. So now pitcher versus pitcher.
Not surprised that he leads the team in home runs. As a left-handed hitter, it would be nice to hit here with that short porch in right field.
A 2-0 pitch up and in, 3-0. The final line on Benjamin Chen. He goes 3 innings, allows 2 hits, no runs. He did walk 2 and stranded 2 in his start. Gives way to Esquivel, raises the leg in his 3-0 pitch, finds the zone, his first strike of the day.
We've seen Lolly pitch a fair amount, usually in a relief role in the district season. He's been the primary reliever called upon. He's got a good fastball, has a good curveball, just a little trouble finding the strike zone right there, and Carpenter works him for a walk.
5-pitch free pass to Mitchell Carpenter, and Caleb Eager comes up next.
Courtesy runner at first base, number 4, Omar Arguello.
Omar Arguello coming in to run for Mitchell Carpenter.
Interesting that Eager's playing first base today because he was an all-state catcher last year.
I thought the same thing. Esquivel slide step and a breaking ball misses for ball 1.
Makes me wonder maybe there's a senior that's a catcher. They just wanted to get him some playing time today. This would probably be their last home date. Typically the playoff games are on the road.
Almost picked off Arguello, who was leaning and taking his lead off as Esquivel went back to first base. He was safe, but it was close. A.J. Salinas is the catcher today. Another pickoff move back to first base in the dirt, picked out by Jarrett Boswell, the first baseman.
Just like behind the plate, there's not a lot of foul territory down the lines here. A ball that gets by that first baseman is probably going to deflect out to the right fielder.
Esquivel's pitch is low and away, a back pick to first base, and Arguello for the third time is safe, but on a fairly close play.
They're keeping him on his toes over there. That's 3 throws that way.
2 balls, no strikes to Caleb Eager. Esquivel trying to find the zone. He's thrown 7 pitches, 5 of them for balls. Here's a foul back to the netting.
Had a big cut right there. Fouled that one straight back. Might want to get that pitch down.
Yeah.
Lolly has a good curveball. Might be a pretty good spot for one of those.
2 balls, 1 strike from Esquivel. Decent sized lead from Arguello at first base, and they throw back for a 4th time, and he dives in safely. The offense has calmed down a little bit over the last couple innings. Both pitching staffs were able to get 1, 2, 3 innings in the most recent half innings for each respective team. That will not be the case here with a leadoff walk. Pitch on the outside corner from Esquivel. 2 balls and 1 strike. Or should be 2 strikes.
Should
There's
be
a foul
2 strikes,
ball.
yeah.
2 and 2. There we go on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Eager, left-hand hitter. Or excuse me, right-hand hitter to a right-handed pitcher. Esquivel with his back to the runner. Arguello with a big lead. Somewhat big lead, and kind of tapping his toes. Here's the pitch. A ground ball left side. It's grabbed on a bounce by Park. He looks at second, throws to first, gets the force out there. It's a 5-3 put out from Park to Boswell.
Yeah, Colin thought about going to second base there. Probably made the right decision because that ball was not hit very hard, so he made sure we got 1 out. Would have been a close play at second base.
Aaron Dontada comes up next, the designated hitter. Dontada has only seen 2 pitches today. They were both from Benjamin Chen at a 1-0 count, and he grounded out in his first at-bat today. So he's 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Dontada steps in with a runner at second, 1 out. In the bottom of the 4th inning, 2-0 Grapevine. Esquivel's pitch, breaking ball settles in, but a little bit outside perhaps, ball 1.
Yeah, it looked pretty good from here, but it's hard to see in and out. We can just see elevation.
Esquivel took an extra beat after realizing a ball was called. Now he'll try to finesse the zone here on a 1-0 pitch. A swing and a miss from Dontada, and the count comes even at 1-1.
Yeah, so Lolly may have thought that was a strike like we did.
Arguello takes his lead from second base. 2-0 Grapevine. He represents not the tying run, but the first run of the day for Heights. He has to jog back into second base as Esquivel steps over and looks him back to the base. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and 1 on. Esquivel set with his glove next to his belly button, looking back at second base. And he turns, throws back, and Arguello again safe at his base. 5th time that they've tried to pick him off.
Colin Parks, even with the bag over there at third base, it's kind of an interesting positioning. I don't think he's looking for a bunt, but he's kind of set up at an angle where he can see that runner if he's coming or not.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Dontada lines one towards first, grabbed on a bounce by Boswell. He underhands to Esquivel for the out. It advances Arguello to third base, but it is the 2nd out of the inning and a good defensive play by Jarrett Boswell.
Yeah, nice play by Jarrett to play that on 1 hop. Then Lolly gets over, and they made it look easy, but that's not the easiest play. Takes, obviously, you got to field the ground ball, but you got to make a good flip to that pitcher who's got to time it up well.
Made it look easy. Gets 2 outs. They could get out of this inning as well and preserve the shutout. 2-0 Grapevine. They've got out of a few jams today. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball to Adrian Tristan. He starts him out with the curve. Gets a ball high, 1-0. Tristan part of the jam in the 2nd inning. He walks, back-to-back walks, but Grapevine got out of it with a put out at third base. A pitch outside, and it's 2-0. The runner had tried to tag from second base, get to third. That was Adrian Tristan and was the final out of the inning at third base back in the 2nd inning. There were back-to-back singles in the 1st inning. It was 1st and 3rd, nobody out. And Arlington Heights did not score that inning either. Here's the pitch. It's outside again, 3-0 from Esquivel.
Yeah, looks our Lolly's missed up with the last 2 pitches.
A 3-0 delivery is a called strike. I don't think Tristan was going to swing at that one regardless. 3-1 the count now. Tristan, the third baseman, hitting .231 on the season. He walked in a full count pitch back in the second inning. There's 3 balls and 1 strike from Esquivel. His pitch on the outside corner, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tristan started to step over the dish to trot up to first base if it was a walk, but it did catch the corner. 3-2.
Yeah, sometimes the umpires don't like that move.
Esquivel's payoff pitch is taken low and away. Not too close, and it is a walk for Adrian Tristan. Got a hit 3-0. Came back to a full count, but still earned the walk.
Second baseman number 18, Adrian.
Now the shortstop, Connor Ray, and the catcher, Gianni Corral, come out for a chat, and now all the infielders join Lolly Esquivel on the mound.
Yeah, Coach Webster's coming out, too. It's almost like Gianni waved him out. I'm sure they're probably going to talk about our first and third defense here.
Runners in the corners for Arlington Heights. They trail 2-0 to Grapevine, which got both of their runs in the third inning. And still has that score here in the bottom of the fourth, front half of a doubleheader today. Here from Thomas Ray Elliott Field. Game 2 will begin 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game 1.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised to see the Jackets try to steal a run right here with a have that runner at first run, but then freeze and not go all the way to the bag. They are at the bottom of the lineup. I think this is the 8-hole hitter at the plate. 7-hole hitter, my bad.
Very good. Yep, Adrian Reyes coming up, who walked back in the second inning. This is his second plate appearance of the day. Right-handed hitter with 2 down and runners on the corners for the Jackets.
Yeah, Jackets coach definitely ran through a series of signs there, so we'll see if they have something working here.
Esquivel comes out. We'll see what the Jackets have in order. Nobody goes in the first pitch. It's outside, ball 1.
Must be outside. Trey's asking where that pitch is. Certainly it's the right elevation, but must be missing out.
1-0 the count from Esquivel. His first inning of relief work. See if he can put a 0 on the board. His pitch is low, and it's now 2-0.
If we had the home plate cam, we would know. The Action Logistics home plate cam.
Esquivel peering into Gianni Corral. Has his sign as he comes set. He looks over at third, fakes that way, and then looks back at first. Makes no throw anywhere.
Two-0 count here. Really need to go after this hitter. You don't want to load the bases.
The 2-0 pitch way upstairs, eye level to Reyes, and he falls behind 3 balls and no strikes. Yes, falling behind 3-0 on 3 different occasions in this inning. He walked both guys previously that he got behind on. Here's another 3-0 pitch, and it is high and in. Ball 4, his third walk of the inning. It loads the bases with 2 outs. First time he's walked a guy on 4 pitches, but either way, it is a walk regardless. Bases juiced for Arlington Heights. Jaden Hernandez, the 8-hole hitter, their shortstop, is the one coming up for the Jackets. And they get on the board here, trailing 2-0 to Grapevine. First pitch curve is upstairs, ball 1.
Yeah, Lolly's body language right now isn't real good. He's definitely struggling to find that strike zone. That's why he let him off with a curveball there. He'd missed with several fastballs, and I think he was just trying to find a pitch that he could throw for a strike.
Right-hander comes set, raises the leg, and fires the fastball in the lower inside corner, gets the call for strike 1. The leadoff walk by Mitchell Carpenter. They've got a courtesy runner who's now at third base. Bases loaded. Grapevine leads at 2-0 with a tying run at second base. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's low and outside. 2 balls and a strike from Lolly Esquivel to Jaden Hernandez, who flew into a double play in his one at-bat today. A soft fly ball to left field, and then the runner trying to tag to get to third, put out at third, and that ended the second inning. It's the 1-strike pitch. He goes after it and fouls it behind home plate up the right side. And now Esquivel is 1 strike away from getting out of this inning without a run scored.
Yeah, despite the 3 walks, the Mustangs do have 2 outs and just 1 out from another escape.
They've stranded 2 on the bases today, and that doesn't really tell the full story. A couple outs on the bases that tag out at third. There was the caught stealing at second. Esquivel comes set. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. His pitch taken at the knee. Strike 3 called, and the inning comes to an end.
Yeah, Lolly found it right there to end the inning on a strikeout. Good job right there to strand 3 runners, and the Mustangs take that 2-0 lead headed to the top of the 5th inning. You're watching Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio.
Top of the 5th inning here from Arlington Heights High School. Mitchell Carpenter still on the mound for the Jackets, as Grapevine still handling a 2-0 lead over the Jackets. And we are underway in the 5th inning. It's Jack Pettigrew leading off for the Mustangs. And the second pitch low and outside to even up the count. 1 ball and 1 strike from Mitchell Carpenter, who's allowed just 2 runs today. The 3rd inning was rough for him, but he's been pretty good other than that. Misses low and away here to make it 2-1.
I mentioned earlier Jack had a double in that Richland series. He's a senior, so good to see him getting some at-bats.
2-1 delivery to Pettigrew. Takes a healthy hack at it and fouls it back. 2-2.
Yeah, he just was right on that pitch, fouled it straight back.
He only saw 3 pitches in his first at-bat to Mitchell Carpenter. They were all strikes. Struck out looking. This at-bat has gone at least a little bit better. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see if he can do something productive to lead off the inning. 2-2 pitch swung on and missed, and he does strike out. The one good news for Grapevine is that that's the same way the 3rd inning began, which is the only half inning today that either team has scored. And Pettigrew started that one with a strikeout, but Grapevine unfazed, still scored 2 runs out of it in that inning. Partly because of Connor Ray, who came up and doubled immediately after Pettigrew's strikeout and scored the first run of the game.
Yeah, that right fielder's backed up. That's going to fall for a hit.
A line drive towards right field, and it lands in shallow right center field. Connor Ray having himself a day, a double and a single for the 9-hole hitter.
Yeah, that right fielder was no more than about 10 feet from that wall, very deep to play for a 9-hole hitter.
Hit it over his head the first time, backs him up, and then hits it in front of him. Hit him where they ain't for Connor Ray. He's 2 for 2 today. To turn the lineup over for Luke Esquivel coming up with one out, runner on. A 2-0 Mustangs lead in the top half of the 5th inning. Carpenter set, and the 6'7" right-hander fires in, misses away, ball 1.
Connor's got good speed. Wouldn't be a shock to see him running right here.
Ray takes his lead and then dives back to first base on the pickoff move from Carpenter.
Pitcher may have heard me say that.
Carpenter set with his back to the runner at first base. Takes a breath, and his pitch is popped up into center field. Castillo running into left center. It goes to Tenorio, the left fielder, who makes the play for the second out of the inning, and that returns Connor Ray back to first base.
Center fielder number 2.
Esquivel flies out. First time he's been retired today. The first couple times he came up to the plate, he got on and was eventually tagged out at the plate both times, and that will not be the case here in his third at bat. He flies out to left field. Zach Goldstein, the batter, with 2 outs, a runner at first. 2-0 Grapevine here in the 5th inning. Pitch to Goldstein is at the top of the zone for a strike.
Zach's got pretty good power, especially for his size, so it wouldn't shock me to see him take one off the wall here in right field.
The next pitch to Goldstein, taking a late delayed steal attempt, and it works out perfectly for Connor Ray off to the races, and he's into second base without a throw. Delayed steal works to perfection for Ray. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count to Zach Goldstein. Ground out and a walk on the day for the left-handed hitter. He takes a hack and fouls it back.
Yeah, had a good cut, fouled it straight back.
This Grapevine team trying to continue a good stretch. 11-game winning streak. They went 2-0 against Richland last week. 16-1 and 17-1 the victories. A couple blowouts over the Royals.
I was looking at the season run totals, and the Mustangs have hit double digits, I believe, 10 of 25 games this year.
Wow. Next pitch is called a ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
So 40% of their games, and those are 7-inning games, which is even more impressive.
And some of them mercy rule games where they may have only played 5.
True.
When in both cases, like in Richland, where they scored 33 over 10 innings. A swing and a foul ball. No, he did not make contact. It's in the dirt. A drop third strike and thrown out at first base to end the inning. And Grapevine goes scoreless in the 5th, leaving 1 runner on. 1 hit, no errors, and no runs for the Mustangs. 2-0. Grapevine leads it into the bottom of the 5th. You're watching Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio. Bottom of the fifth inning, Grapevine and Arlington Heights in a 2-0 game. The Mustangs ahead with Lolly Esquivel still on the mound. His second inning of relief work for Grapevine. Facing A.J. Salinas to lead off the inning as a 1-1 count on the catcher, right-handed hitter. The pitch is a grounder left side of the infield, picked up by Park. Third baseman guns to first, an accurate throw, and gets the out to begin the fifth inning.
Yeah, nice play right there by Colin. A much different throw from that third base as opposed to second base. Much different angle. Longer throw, of course.
As you mentioned, Park made the move over to third base, part of the pitching change when Esquivel came in last inning. Park playing second base to begin this ball game. And now makes the play at third. Noah Castillo, the hitter, he's 1 for 2 on the day. Takes a swing and is behind 0-1 after the first pitch. Castillo headed to Mountain View College. As you mentioned, over 100 hits in his varsity career. Will be playing at the JUCO level next year for the Lions of Mountain View College here in Dallas. A line drive in between the first and second baseman, finds the hole and gets into right field for a base hit. Castillo, 2 singles on the day.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier he's got 100 hits coming into the game in his varsity career, so he's been a tough out for several years. Proven the same way today against the Mustangs.
He's a defensive all-district player as well. 1 out base hit.
BC Carpenter.
Okay.
Hey, here. We're using his center field shot.
Oh, awesome.
And so with 1 out, a throw back to first, and Castillo almost pegged out on the pickoff, just barely got back in safe.
I want to say thank you to BC Carpenter for, first of all, giving us some valuable insight into the Jackets roster, but also for the center field camera setup that we've now tapped into and given our viewers a much better angle than we had before.
Very true. So Castillo with the base hit. He used it at first base. Bryson Tenorio is the batter. Still yet to see a pitch after a couple of pickoff throws to first base. Still taking a pretty good-sized lead. No steal attempt, though. The first pitch to Tenorio is a little bit down, ball 1. These first 4 hitters in Arlington Heights lineup all have colleges they're committed to. Castillo to Mountain View, Tenorio to Southwest Christian, Carpenter, who's on deck, to UT Tyler. It's a called strike, and it's 1-1. And then Caleb Eager at a Midland College. He's in the hole right now for the Jackets. They've yet to score, though. 2-0 Grapevine holding Arlington Heights off the board today. Had 3 walks last inning, but still not harmed for a run. Gotten 7 base runners over the first 4 innings, but none of them have come around to score.
Yeah, the Jackets are actually out hitting the Mustangs 4-2. The Mustangs have used their 2 hits effectively.
It's not a pitch. That was a balk before the throw from Esquivel.
Yeah, I don't think Lolly came set, even though he's making a case for it. I think that's what they called there.
So the balk sends Castillo to second base with 1 out. Tenorio with a 1-1 count still. That pitch did not count, so the count remains 1-1. Esquivel looks back at Castillo. His pitch is a grounder left side, fielded by Park, throws on the run, gets him by a step. It advances Castillo to third base, but another good play by Colin Park at third base. He's made 2 plays on ground balls this inning and 1 last inning as well.
Yeah, he had to come on the full sprint to get that and make a throw on the run to get the number 2 hitter, who looked like he got down the line pretty well. So excellent play right there by Colin.
It's been a lot of ground balls to the left side today. Park did not have any ground balls he had a chance at when he was at second base. Now Mitchell Carpenter, the batter, takes a first pitch ball. But Park has been active ever since he moved over to the left side of the infield. 2 outs, runner at third. Will the Jackets finally get on the scoreboard here this inning? Carpenter takes a breaking ball, got the lower part of the zone to even the count at 1-1.
I notice Jack is not playing as deep out there in right field. I'd be tempted to play a little bit deeper against this guy.
Carpenter with good power. 2 of the 4 home runs for his team. He lines one to right field. Pettigrew holding it right at him. He was positioned perfectly. The inning comes to an end.
Yeah, what do I know? Don't listen to me because if he's playing deeper, that ball falls. So Mustangs strand another runner and take a 2-0 lead here, headed to the top of the 6th inning. You're watching Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio.
Can I get this up, Trey? Can I get that back up? Into the 6th inning here from Arlington Heights High School. Mitchell Carpenter still on the mound for the Jackets. He's facing Jarrett Boswell to begin the inning. First couple pitches missed. 2-0 to the left-hand hitter. 2-0 Mustangs here in this road game for Grapevine. First half of a doubleheader. The third pitch of the at-bat. Boswell thought about swinging late off. It's called a ball, 3-0. Game 2 will begin 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Both teams with 3 hits today, but Grapevine able to score 2 runs back in the third. And now a leadoff walk for Boswell. Takes a pitch high and away to the backstop. And he gets a leadoff walk on 4 pitches. It is the 5th walk of the day for Grapevine hitters.
Number 11, Lale Esquivel.
3 of them came in a row back in the 3rd inning. Carpenter had just walked 1 in the 2nd up until now and had pitched around trouble other than the 3rd inning when some miscues got the best of him. But just the 2 runs, and those are the only 2 runs for either team today.
Yeah, Carpenter's now thrown 84 pitches, only 48 of those strikes.
Esquivel hits a ball hard to the second baseman, fielded by Reyes, goes to second for an out. The turn from Hernandez is in time to get Esquivel. It's a 4-6-3 double play.
Yeah, Lolly hit that one right on the nose, unfortunately, right at that second baseman, a tailor-made double play.
That'll help the pitch count for Mitchell Carpenter, who is the starter still in there. The 6'7" right-hander who has not suffered a loss this season is the pitcher of record right now for Arlington Heights, a 7-0 unblemished mark on the mound this year. The right-hander comes set to Gianni Corral. And his pitch is a hard hit fly ball to right center field. Lee going back, and it lands in between Lee and Castillo near the front of the wall. And this will be a 2-bagger for Gianni Corral, a 2-out double for the catcher.
Yeah, Mustang's second double of the day.
Corral replaced by a courtesy runner.
Brady Boozer.
Brady Boozer, the batter.
We've seen Gianni drive some balls this season. We know he's got a home run that he hit at Argyle, but has had a lot of extra base hits over the last month.
Corral flew out to right field his last at-bat. That one landed for a base hit. Connor McDermott, the courtesy runner, a big cut and a miss from Brady Boozer, who is 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out today. And a pretty deep fly out in his last at-bat. He also swung in the first pitch that time, just like he did here. This time does not put it in play. The 0-1 pitch, low, 1-1.
Yeah, again, that right fielder for the Jackets is very close to the right field wall. Of course, Brady did hit one deep his last at bat.
Carpenter's pitch, Boozer swings and lifts it to the left side. Could be dangerous for Tenorio. He's able to come in and make the catch on a jog to retire Brady Boozer. A 2-out double, but nothing else for Grapevine in the top of the 6th inning. Arlington Heights down to their final 6 outs here. Bottom of the 6th coming up. You're watching Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio.
Get your hands in the air. Get your hands in the air.
Well, Caleb eager to lead off for Arlington Heights against Lolly Esquivel, whose first pitch is a called strike to begin the bottom of the 6th inning. Grapevine 2 and Arlington Heights nothing. Here in this front half of a doubleheader. Esquivel's second pitch is a ground ball on the turf to Colin Park. He vacuums it in, fires to first, makes the play, and he's been tremendous at the hot corner ever since shifting over there 2 innings ago.
Yeah, he's been a magnet for the baseball ever since Lolly went to the mound.
That is the 4th time that Park has had a ground ball hit his way. And this is only the 3rd inning he has played there at third base. He has made every play, including that leadoff out here of Caleb Eager. Now it's Aaron Dontada with 1 out, bases empty. Esquivel's first pitch to him is a called strike. Grapevine in good position to try to take the front half of this doubleheader, improve their record currently at 23-2 on the season. Been a great year so far. Reigning state champs. Second pitch also called a strike to Dontada. Didn't like the call, but it is 0-2. The only losses this year for Grapevine were by 1 run. Midland, a 5-4 loss back on March 1st, and then Colleyville, a 3-2 defeat back on March 14th. Their last loss. Dontada takes the ball inside, 1-2.
Good thing Gianni didn't throw that ball back. Lolly had turned his back on it and went the other way. I don't know if he didn't like the call at the plate.
Kind of going into his strikeout trot, I think. And, yeah, like you said, wasn't looking there. Here's the 1-2 pitch, a partial swing and a foul tip off the barrel. So now Grapevine with 11 straight victories in their pocket. They were 12-2, now 23-2 on a hot streak. There's the 2-strike pitch, a foul back again, and it's still 1-2. In that 11-game winning streak, Grapevine is outscoring their opponents by a mark of 115-24 in that stretch. See if they can keep it going here. Only 2 runs on the board today, but they have pitched a shutout so far. A pitch high to Dontada. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Esquivel. Now half the runs in that span, again, outscoring opponents 115-24. Half of them were in one game, a 13-12 win over Hebron. The 2-2 breaking ball is inside. The count runs full.
I thought he might throw him a curveball right there, just kept it inside.
From 0-2, now 3-2 is the count from Esquivel, trying not to lose Dontata. His pitch is a ground ball to first. Boswell dives. It's past him into right field. Pettigrew scoops it up and gets it back in. Good work by Dontata to work back from an 0-2 count. And Esquivel thought he had him struck out on the 0-2 pitch. It ultimately ends up as a single through the right side.
Yeah, that ball, Jared dove for it, just got under his glove. Good attempt.
Dontata's first hit of the day. He had a couple ground ball outs previously. He's 1 for 3. Now Adrian Tristan, who has 2 walks in his 2 plate appearances today. The third baseman steps in. Throw back over to first base, and Dontata is safe.
Boy, Lolly lets it loose when he throws to first. Maybe coming as hard as it is at the plate.
Again, fires it over to first. 1 out and 1 on for the Jackets. 2-0 Grapevine, both teams with 4 hits today. Esquivel's pitch is low and away to Tristan, ball 1. Esquivel set, and the right-hander kicks in, misses high and away. 2 balls and no strikes to the 6th hitter in this Arlington Heights lineup. Adrian Tristan and Adrian Reyes go back-to-back in this part of the order, 6 and 7. And in their 4 plate appearances today combined, they have 4 walks.
I was thinking this is a part of the lineup where we've had trouble, put him on base several times.
Here's the pitch. Tristan takes it, caught and misses, 2-1. That's 4 of the 5 walks today have been to the back-to-back Adrians in this order. Adrian Tristan, the third baseman, Adrian Reyes, the second baseman, have walked in every plate appearance so far that they've come up. He's ahead in the count here, 2 balls and a strike. Esquivel staring into his battery mate, and Corral now will step away. Esquivel steps off the rubber before re-engaging. 2-1 the count. 2-0 Grapevine here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Esquivel's pitch, a ground ball again towards Park. He backs up. He'll throw to first, gets the out. Second out of the inning. It does allow Dontata to get to second base. Park maybe would have had a chance for a double play had he come in on the ball, but played it safe to get a good hop and gets the out.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried. Sometimes when you take a step back like that, you get caught in between, but he at least got that out at first base.
Advances Dontata to second. Adrian Reyes, the batter. And the right-hand hitter for the Jackets. 2-0 Grapevine in the 6th inning. Esquivel's first pitch inside, maybe a touch high as well. Ball 1.
I've noticed the home side of the bleachers have filled up, and it's standing room only over here. Mm-hmm. So the locals have heard about this Arlington Heights team and come out to support them.
Trying to take down the top team in the 5A level, the Grapevine Mustangs. Good game so far, and there's another 7-inning game coming up later on in the evening. 30 minutes after this game finishes, we'll play the second half of this twin bill. Esquivel staring at Dontata. Now his pitch is a fly ball to left field. Well hit. Boozer running back towards the foul line. Reaches out. Can't make the catch, and it's a fair ball. He has to come back near the wall. Picks it up. Reyes stops at second. It's an RBI double for Adrian Reyes, and Arlington Heights is on the board for the first time today.
Yeah, he hit that ball well, but Brady must have been a ways off the line. Thought he had a chance at it, but just couldn't get to it.
Boozer kind of caught him between. Wasn't sure if he would dive for it. He tried to reach out and make the catch on the run. And then when it landed on the ground, he overran it and had to come back. Not that he had a chance to get either runner anyways. Goes down as an RBI double. First RBI of the game for either team today. Grapevine still leads it 2-1, but the Jackets had the tying run at second base. in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now a mound visit as Jimmy Webster comes out to chat with Lolly Esquivel and all of the infielders.
Yeah, that's now 5 hits for the Jackets, and it was well hit.
First extra base hit of the day for the Jackets. Grapevine has 2 doubles of their own today, one of them resulting in a run. Grapevine scored there 2 back in the 3rd inning. They have not scored in the 3 innings since. And they now wish they had some more insurance, leading just by the 1 tally over Arlington Heights. 2-1 Grapevine, bottom of the 6th inning. There are 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, we were expecting a good ball game out here tonight. We're sure getting that.
The next hitter for the Jackets is Jaden Hernandez. The shortstop is 0 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch to Hernandez is a called strike. Flew out into a double play in the 2nd inning, and then he struck out looking in the 4th. That was against Lolly Esquivel, who was pitched in the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings after Benjamin Chen exited. Throw back to second on a spin move, and Reyes is back safely. Chen went 3 innings in his start, allowed 2 hits and no runs. Striking out 1 and walking a pair. Esquivel has gone ever since. Esquivel's pitch, breaking ball, popped up behind second base, and it's the center fielder coming in. Goldstein makes the catch, and the inning comes to an end. The Jackets get on the board. One run comes in on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. So we head to the 7th, 2-1 Grapevine. You're watching Mustang Baseball live on Tradio.
Just can't get enough. Oh, 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 oh. Just can't get enough. Hey, hey, can't get enough. Can't get enough. Whoa, whoa, can't get enough. Whoa, whoa, can't get enough. That's what I like. Can't get enough. Feeling fine. Can't get enough. That's what I like. Can't get enough. Feeling fine. Hey, can't get enough. Hey, just can't get enough. Hey, can't get enough. No, 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 no. Hey, just can't get enough. Come on, let's go. Can't get enough. Hey, start the show. Can't get enough. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. I can't get enough. Just can't get enough. Can't get enough. Just can't get enough. Can't get enough. Whoa, that's what I like. Can't get enough. Whoa, feeling fine. Can't get enough. Whoa, that's what I like.
First pitch to Colin Park is whacked into left center field for a leadoff base hit. And we are underway in the 7th inning. Good work for Park to get his first hit of the day with the Mustangs leading 2-0. And it's the 5th hit of the day for Grapevine as a club, and first for Colin Park.
Yeah, Collins had a nice day over at third base with 4 putouts, so good to see his bat get going also.
Park had grounded out his 2 at-bats so far, and then singles.
Now batting for the Mustangs, number 14, Andres Martinez.
Andres Martinez pinch hitting for Jack Pettigrew in the 8 hole for Grapevine. Jimmy Webster making a swap.
Yeah, this is someone we haven't seen actually at all, at least in the district season. Andres Martinez, he's up from the JV squad. So he's obviously been hitting the ball down there. If coach is going to get him a bat right here for Jack, going to square to bunt.
Martinez does lay one down, and it is a foul ball. Or did it stay in fair? I can't quite see. It is a foul ball, and Martinez will return to the plate trying to advance
Yeah,
Colin Park.
You've got some fans blocking your view here. I'll slide over here if it helps you. But that ball almost looked like it was touched in fair territory, and Coach Webster seems to be questioning the same thing.
You never know what you're going to get.
Well, maybe he's just going to talk to Andres.
So Martinez with an 0-1 count. An insurance run at first base in the form of Colin Park after his leadoff single. 2-1 Grapevine in the top of the 7th inning. Mitchell Carpenter still the pitcher. He's looking to throw a complete game for Arlington Heights. Martinez showing the barrel, and the pitch is bunted back to the third baseman. He'll throw to second, an accurate play. The throw to first is in the turf. Martinez made a look towards second base. He did make an attempt, and he's tagged out for the second out, and it is a double play.
Another fortunate hop over here off the brick wall that's not too far from the bag. Normally that ball would be much farther from the first baseman. He wouldn't be able to get to that quick. Even if he turned to second there, he typically wouldn't have the ball to tag him.
And he definitely did turn the shoulders and start to make a move. Not much, but any twinge is enough to make him eligible to get put out. There's a nice catch by Mitchell Carpenter on a foul ball that skimmed off the pole and then back towards the mound. Connor Ray, the batter.
Yeah, there was no doubt he made an attempt towards second and then quickly rethought that, but unfortunately the ball was right on top of him.
So 2 outs in the inning. It's a fielder's choice and a double play. 5-4-3 on the putout with Eager making the tag beyond first base up the right field line a few steps to get Martinez out. And now Connor Ray takes a pitch for a strike. It's 0-2.
That third baseman was playing well in on the grass on that bunt, and it just came off the bat too hard.
The pitch to Ray is taken for a ball. Ray has had a good day, a double and a single today. If he's going to add on to it and try to start a 2-out rally, get some insurance for Grapevine, would be helpful for them. If not, they'll head to the bottom of the 7th, leading by just 1 run. Here's a ball to Ray to even the count 2-2. 5 hits for both clubs here in this ball game. Grapevine coming off a win against Richland in which they allowed just 1 hit all game long in that 17-1 victory. Left-handed hitter awaits the 2-2 pitch. He reaches out and spoils it to stay alive.
Yeah, good job battling off a tough pitch right there. That was definitely away from him.
Grapevine hitters in that 17-1 win last game actually didn't get a hit or a run off the starting pitcher. Lasted 1 2/3 innings. This is a much different ball game with Mitchell Carpenter staying in for the full 7 today, at least if he gets 1 more out. Top of the 7th, 2 down. Here's the pitch. It's a line drive to left center field. Well struck. Castillo and Tenorio drifting back. It's Tenorio, the left fielder, who makes the play. And Mitchell Carpenter faces the minimum in the top of the 7th inning. A double play helps him out, and so we head to the bottom half of this 7th inning. 2-1 Grapevine should be a good finish to this game here from Arlington Heights. You're watching Mustang Baseball live on Tradio. Well, Grapevine 3 outs away from a victory over Arlington Heights, but it is a close game. 2-1, the Mustangs lead it. First pitch to A.J. Salinas is a curveball for a strike from Lally Esquivel. He's looking to go 4 innings for what would be a save for him. 2-1, Mustangs lead it. Esquivel's fastball is low part of the zone for a strike to A.J. Salinas, and it's 0-2 to the 9-hole hitter for the Jackets. Noah Castillo on deck, their leadoff man.
Yeah, interesting that Lally's back out here in the 7th inning because we thought maybe the pitchers might just go 3 innings apiece. So he's going to be asked to close this one out.
His 0-2 pitch to Salinas is outside for a ball. Grapevine looked to get some insurance runs last inning, but had a double play on an attempted sacrifice bunt and didn't get anything in the bottom of the 6th, so we'll have to work with just a 1-run cushion in the bottom of the 7th inning. 3 outs away from victory. Here's the 2-strike pitch, a late swing and a miss from Salinas, and Esquivel picks up the strikeout.
Good pitch right there, obviously away from him, and the hitter had a very weak swing at it to get that first out.
Second strikeout of the day for Esquivel, and third of the day for Grapevine pitchers. Now the top of the order, though, toughest part of this Arlington Heights lineup. Castillo has 2 hits today. Left-hand hitter at the plate. His only out was a well-hit fly ball to center field. First pitch is popped up left side. Boozer coming in. The left fielder has a play, and he makes it. Second out of this 7th inning. And Grapevine just needs 1 more out to put away Arlington Heights in this front half of a doubleheader. Trying to extend their winning streak to 12 games if they can finish it off here. Bryson Tenorio, the batter. The other thing is the big home run hitter, Mitchell Carpenter, is on deck. So if Tenorio can get aboard, things get a lot more hairy. First pitch to Tenorio is a called strike.
Nice curveball right there to get ahead of the hitter.
Tenorio headed to the NAIA level. Southwest Christian doesn't want to be the final out of this game. In a 1-run ball game, he swings and fouls it off of Corral's glove. And now Grapevine 1 strike away from their 24th victory of the season.
Boy, Lally's come out here in the 7th inning and gone right at him. He's had a few control issues early in his outing, but this inning he's been on so far.
Has an 0-2 count and 2 down, raises the leg. His pitch is outside for ball 1. Takes off the cap and resettles it. Needs at least 1 more pitch to finish this game. Of course, things could change in a hurry. Arlington Heights just needs 1 run if they can scratch for it here in a 2-out rally to tie it up. 2 outs, 2 strikes. The pitch outside again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mitchell Carpenter on deck. He has yet to get his stride offensively today. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. If they can get him to the plate, though, their team leader in home runs. We'll see. Here's the breaking ball in the dirt, 3-2.
Hopefully I didn't jinx Lally because got ahead here quick, 0-2, and now finds himself in a full count.
The outfield playing pretty much straight up, not too deep, and left and center. Here is the 3-2 pitch. Tenorio swings and strikes out. Ball game over. And Grapevine wins it 2-1 to get their 12th consecutive win.
Yeah, that runs the season record to 24-2, and that was definitely one of the tougher wins they've picked up this season. 2-1 ball game, and it was tough. Every one of those runs was tough. We got both runs in a inning which we only had 1 hit, that double by Connor Ray off the wall, and then we got a couple of walks, a couple of errant throws.
Second game of the doubleheader. Coming up after a quick.
Okay, we're gonna take a break here for about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back to you live. So. Again, this is a doubleheader. The next game is going to start in 30 minutes, but we'll be back on the air in about 5 minutes. So you're listening to Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio.